They said a couple of weeks ago Chelsea are back. Yeah, Charity FC are back, not Chelsea. 1 point, 1 goal in 3 games against teams in the bottom half of the table, barring Fulham. So welcome to Ipswich 2, Chelsea 0. I can't believe I'm saying that. Ipswich 2, Chelsea 0. Let's get into it. Sorry, that was a disgraceful performance. Absolutely disgraceful performance. Charity FC strikes once again. A team who hasn't won a single game at home in the Premier League all season. A team who hasn't won at home since they were last in the Premier League. A team who have won 1 game in the last 9. A team who have lost 5 of their last 6 games. And we go there and we get embarrassed. We weren't even in the game. First half, okay, we had a few chances. We had an offside goal. We had a couple of shots that hit the bar. And we had a shot which was well saved by the goalkeeper. But second half, again, 2 disgraceful second half performances in a row. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. There's no excuses for it. That second half, especially after that second goal went in. No fight from anybody in the team. Poor decisions by the manager once again. It was disgraceful. I'm sorry. And the first of all, the referee, okay, Ipswich were on top before the referee decision, but ridiculous decision by the referee to give a penalty, soft penalty. And what are VAR doing? Mike Oliver, again, that's the second time he's been in the VAR box to give decisions against us. I think it was a Liverpool game where he didn't, or something. But how is that a penalty and the one against Jordan Pickford isn't a penalty? Make that make sense. And I'm fed up of these stupid VAR decisions week in, week out. Incompetent refereeing, incompetent VAR. And that's cost us probably six points in over the Christmas period. I'll say probably 9 points. Because, ironically, if we had this referee against Everton, then if he's going to be given that penalty, he would have given the penalty that Pickford had. And if we had this referee against Fulham, then he would have blown up for a head injury, because a couple of times he blew up when our players were holding their head, and the referee didn't blow up when Pedro Neto was holding his head in the last game. So ironically, I said if we had this ref for the last 2 games, then we could have probably had 9 points instead of 1. But I'm not blaming the referee decisions, because we've been awful over the last 3 games, and teams know how to play us now. The blueprint is there. We got no answers. This reminds me of when we had a great start under Sarri a few years ago. West Ham came with a blueprint, other teams followed, and then we started to stumble. It's only that we picked up sort of towards the second half of the second part of the season. But they've come. Ipswich can't even defend. They've got a terrible defence at the moment, but we made them look good. Their block wasn't even that organised, but we just were labouring with forcing passes. How many misplaced passes did we have in that game? It's countless misplaced passes, forcing the play. Cole Palmer, this conversation has to be had. Apart from that one moment of brilliance against Fulham, he's been not very good at the moment. He's totally out of form. His passing today was terrible, was lazy. Crossing today was lazy. Team selection today, I don't understand it. And don't get me started on Disaster. Why is Disaster playing? We've got 3 right-sided defenders on the pitch, and he sticks with Disaster. Oh, my word, schoolboy error. And that took the momentum out of the game, because once that second goal went in, I couldn't see us scoring when it was 1-0. Actually, it was one of them games where I thought we're not scoring. But once that second goal went in, then that was it. Confidence seeped out of the team. Nobody was trying, and it was just a disgrace. Under no pressure at all. What sort of pass is that? Come on now. I see that. I don't even see that on my boys' team on a Sunday. This guy's got no rights to be in this Chelsea squad setup. I hear that teams are after him in January. The window opens. Get rid of him. I'll get rid of him on free. I don't want him in my club. He's useless. He's just terrible. What does he offer? He doesn't offer anything. And whenever he plays, he's always got an error in him. and plus, what did we have on the right hand side when we knew that Ipswich were going to be playing low block? Why are we having a defensive right back who's not even going to come and offer anything, any overlaps or anything in the final third? Disgraceful. Um, and I'm lost for words. And I did, as I said, I knew we weren't challenging. I laughed at people when they said we were in the top four, we were in a race for the league. No way we were in a race for the league. We were no way ready. I don't think we're in a race for top four at this stage. The way that Newcastle are starting to hit a bit of form now, even Nottingham Forest are ahead of us. And it's the only good thing is that some of the other teams below are not as good. But I'm not sleeping on Newcastle or Nottingham Forest for top four. And if we don't get top four, then we're talking about sponsors and being patient. But now sponsors are going to hold off a little bit just to see whether this was just a little purple patch we're having. Are we going to go back to the Chelsea of the last two seasons? They may wait a bit and see. Crystal Palace on Saturday. I can't even say we're going to win that one because Palace, they're looking better than they were now. If we lose 3 out of our last 4, then questions are going to be asked. And I always said football's a confidence thing. We've seen what's happened to Man City after losing a few games and they couldn't buy a win. And is this going to be how Chelsea's second half of the season is going to pan out? At the moment, it's not good enough against teams like, as I said, losing against the teams like. And not getting just a point against Everton, no points against Fulham, no points against Ipswich now. It's not good enough, totally not good enough, especially at home to Fulham, away to Ipswich. These are games that we should be picking up if we're going to try and be a serious club once again. We can't be taken seriously if we're not picking up points against these average teams. I said no match is a gimme. First of all, you got to win the right to play, and we didn't do that. We were soft on the ball, and we weren't winning our duels. They were winning their duels a lot more. As I said, we weren't inventive enough in the final third. And the boy I'd like to, and Nkunku, I don't know, it doesn't work. I don't know why. The manager said time and time again he's not a number 9, but yet he keeps playing him as a number 9. It's quite clear he doesn't want to be here. His body language tells us he doesn't want to be here. He was like having a statue on the pitch today. Just didn't do anything. This game was more stop-start than my stream today. Just kept cutting out, but I'm probably glad that I didn't. I watched most of it, but a lot of the times it cut out. But there was still commentary whilst the stream was kind of blanking in and out. But it was disjointed. The stream probably did it justice. Actually, it's just a disjointed, terrible performance. And Maresca had something similar to, under Leicester, where they had a big lead and then he started losing games and he just didn't know how to turn things around. Eventually it did because of the points they amassed at the beginning of the season. It saw them over the line. So I'm hoping this isn't a trend that he's setting here as well, where when things are not going well, he's just at a loss of what to do. The one man I'd like to see, and it's ironic actually, the best winger on the pitch today was the one that we sold, Omari Hutchinson. He was better than any of the wingers that we had out today. I did a video earlier on Madueke. He was poor today, running into blind alleys, didn't do anything. João Felix in and out of the game, and when Neto came on, they didn't really do a lot. Sancho didn't really do a lot, and they got shown up, I said, by Omari Hutchinson. And it was obvious that he was going to score a goal against us. Delap, someone I'll break the bank to get. He's somebody who'll give us a little bit of bite in our team. He's just that sort of Diego Costa type who doesn't give a defender a moment's rest. He'll give us a different option, and he's worked with Maresca before. He's somebody who I wouldn't mind as an option off the bench or even start in some games as well, because he showed today what value he has in the Ipswich side. So yeah, it's embarrassing, as I said, losing to a team like Ipswich. Not good enough at all. Got to do better. So I'm out. I can't even say like the video because there's nothing to like about it. So take care. Bye bye.